Hey everyone, welcome back to Llamas Creations DIY. My name is Tammy. Today I'm participating in the Unusual Christmas Tree Challenge. It is hosted by Tammy from Happiness Created, Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World, Amanda from Six Kids and a Glue Gun, and Favi from Arrows DIY. Their links, as well as the playlist link, will be listed in the description box down below. Please go and check everybody out. Let's start crafting. So first we're starting off with some clay pots. I have a big one, two of this size, and one of this small one. I'm going to paint them all with this baking soda house paint mixture, just to give them all a good base coat. Then we're going to paint them all green, just with this green acrylic paint. We're going to paint all around. You don't need to paint the inside, and this little one, we're going to paint the top. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to start assembling. Taking one of the medium-sized ones, we're going to use some of Eileen's tacky glue and my hot glue. We're going to put the Eileen's tacky glue in spots around the edge of this medium one, and then hot glue in areas where there's no of the tacky glue, and then we're going to stick it on top of the biggest pot, securing it into place like that. Now if you notice that other one, it's the same size and it doesn't look properly. So I have this little piece of round cardboard tube. It come from foil wrap. We're going to put some Eileen's tacky glue and some hot glue and stick it to the top. And then again, some more of the mixture of the glue. And we'll stick that second medium pot on top. This will give it a little bit of a barrier in between to lift it up. And then again, for the small one, we're going to do the exact same thing and put it on top of that other one to look like this. Then I found this red pine cone. It's kind of looks like snow on it. We're going to glue that on top of the small pot to look like this. Now, taking some of this rope ribbon, we're going to just wrap it around the tree, gluing it here and there in spots. And you just wrap it however way you like. If you don't like this kind of rope ribbon, then don't use this rope ribbon. Use whatever you want. Then I have these poinsettias. They come on little clips. We're going to take the clips off and then just glue them all around the tree in whatever spot you want. Now I'm just going to let you watch as I decorate this tree with different items out of my stash. At the end, you will see the reveal of all the projects all in one. Now, taking some white acrylic snow, we're going to go along the project and make it look some like snow, not white acrylic snow, paint. Next project. I found these pieces at a garage sale. They already come with all these holes in them. So at first what I did is I sanded them all down. And now to give you the measurements. This one, I've got 2 at 12 inch. Then we have 2 at 7 inch. 2 at 6 inch. 2 at 9 inch. 2 at 10 inch. 2 at 8 inch. 2 at 11 inch. 1 at 5 inches. And the last one is 4 inches. And they're all 3/4 by 3/4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint them all with this burnt umber. all the way around. Now, while waiting for those to dry, I went through my scrapbooking stash and found all these different colors of green Christmas paper and red Christmas paper. And we're going to get this ready. Taking my paper cutter, we're going to cut 3/4 inch pieces into all these papers. I do about 3 or 4 of each color. And this is how they all are. That's the green ones, and these are the red ones. Excuse me. Now, taking some Mod Podge, you're going to put a nice little layer on the piece of wood. Take your scrapbooking piece, lay it on top. I use a spatula to smooth it down, and then you put Mod Podge on top. And I do this all the way with the red ones, and then on the other side, I do all the green ones. The same process. That's the green side, and that's the red side. Now, taking a sander, we're going to sand off all the edges of the paper to get all that extra stuff off, all the way around and on both sides. And I do this for all these pieces. Boy, was my hand all cramped by the time I was done. I found a dowel and a star, drilled a hole in the star, glued it to the dowel, and I spray painted it brown and the star yellow. Now we're going to stick all of our little pieces of wood on the dowel, starting with the smallest, going all the way up to the biggest. Just like so. And see, you can turn them to whatever which way you want. Now, taking some embellishments, I pulled basically a whole bunch of embellishments out of my stash, and we're just going to decorate the tree, starting with the bells. And again, I'll just let you watch as the tree gets decorated. If you're a returning subscriber, I'd like to say welcome back, and thank you for always coming back to support me. I truly, truly, truly am grateful for everything. If you're new to my channel or coming from someone else's channel, I would like to say welcome. I really do hope that you stick around. I do all kinds of crafts, wood, paper, anything that my heart desires. Please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button, and that bell. These here come from Totally Dazzled, these little jewels. I just love those. They're so pretty. Now, I found this little metal container. It came from Dollarama. It was a candle holder. After cleaning it up, I'm going to take some of this floral foam and put it into the container. Then, taking the tree, we're going to stick the dowel right down in the center of this container, and the floral foam will hold it there. And this is what it looks like so far. Taking some of these greenery picks, I picked these up at Amazon. We're going to clip them apart, and then we're just going to glue them into the bottom, at the bottom of the tree and into that container, all the way around. Taking some white acrylic paint, we're going to put some snow on our project, and this one is done. On to the next one. I picked up these boards from Dollar Tree. What I did with one of them is I cut one. I have a piece that was 6 inch, then 5 inch, 4 inch, and 2.5 inch. And this all came from one piece. I sanded them all down really well. And then taking this paint mixture again, we're going to do a base coat with this, just so it can hide that blue. And then I paint them all green, which you'll see in the next frame. Taking a mixture of brown and black acrylic paint, we're just going to distress these boards, giving them a little more dimension and more like what a tree looks like. They usually have different colors. I have 4 tumbling tower blocks. We're going to use some of Eileen's tacky glue and some hot glue, and we're going to glue 2 together, and then we do the same to the other 2, and then taking those sets of 2, again with the same mixture of glue, we're going to glue them side by side, making 4 like this. And then I paint it with burnt umber acrylic paint. Excuse me. I also found this block in my stash and I painted that with the same color of paint as well. Now, taking some wood glue, we're going to glue our pieces together. Starting with the big one, then the second one goes on top, and onward up until you get to the small one. Holding it together and wiping off any extra glue that squishes out. Then, taking the tumbling tower blocks that we glued together, we're going to glue that down to the bottom, giving it a trunk. Then I take my wood glue and hot glue again, and we're going to glue it into the middle of this wood piece, just like so. I went out into my yard and collected a few sticks, trimmed them down, and we're going to hot glue these all around the bottom to give the tree its trunk. A little bit more elements in there. And I just continue gluing all the way around with the hot glue. Now, taking some Mod Podge, we're going to coat the tree with some Mod Podge, and taking some glitter, we're going to put the glitter on. Not only does this protect the paint on the tree, but it lets the glitter stick. And I do this to both sides. I use like a white iridescent one and a silver glitter. Looks like I put a lot, but some falls off. Now this here came from Totally Dazzled again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll it out a bit. And then I'm going to cut just one little strip. And then we're going to glue and wrap it around the tree. Just like garland. Then I take some red beads, and we're going to put this on the tree too. All the way up. Hot gluing as I go along. Sorry if you hear noises. My son's bunny is hopping around in his cage, knocking his food over. I picked these lights up at Dollar Tree, and after making sure they worked, we're going to wrap these around the tree as well, and I hot glue them in spots here and there just to hold it in place. And that's what it looks like so far. I picked up this ribbon at Dollar Tree. We're just going to make a simple little bow using a little hot glue to hold it together. And we're going to glue it onto the tree. And I do the exact same to the other side. And then I take a cute little gold bell and we glue it into the center. Now this here foam is like cushion foam. You use it for when you're putting fabric on a cushion underneath. I'm going to take some and cut it down, and we're going to glue it all along the top of this board, making it look like snow. All the way around. And I found I have 3 of these little tiny presents left. We're going to glue 3 onto one side. And then I take some holly berries and leaves and I glue those and insert those along the other side and around the edges. And with that, it's done. And here they all are. I would like to thank Tammy, Jackie, Amanda, and Favi for hosting this wonderful challenge. It was a lot of brain work trying to think of how to make a Christmas tree different than the way you normally make a Christmas tree. I would like to thank also everyone for watching, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and we'll see you again next time. Bye!